Hey guys, this is SB737 and welcome back today to another episode of Creative Craft. And yes, this is the series where I build stuff in creative that you guys suggest to me. And yes, the last episode we built this spooky haunted forest, which doesn't look that scary or spooky in the daytime, does it? Kind of takes away the effect. I think I've still got a witch through here somewhere though. Let's have a little see. It's all skulls and stuff. I've made it nighty, you know, it'd be more spooky. But we've still got the witch living in a little hut as well. She hasn't seen me, so she doesn't know I'm spying on her. So yeah, that was the last episode build. And today we are going to be building an abandoned prison. Yes, we're going to be able to build like a spooky old abandoned prison, which should be good fun, shouldn't it? And this was suggested to me by Lutang5000. He said, build a prison with loads of mobs in. So I'm kind of putting a little twist on it and building an abandoned prison. Okay, so that's what we're going to be going for. And yeah, I suppose we will get straight into it. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to go about this. I think I will start off with maybe doing the building, but I also need to be careful, like, to not go too big. Because if I go too big, then you know, I'm probably not going to get finished in time. So I think it's going to be good always to have like a good mix of like different blocks and stuff. So I kind of want a bit on the grounds outside. Maybe, right, here's a thought. How about we build some walls to start with, maybe? We can build these out of regular stone bricks if they're just like little 4 high walls, and then maybe if we cut across the middle block, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. I think that's the middle one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Oh no, wait, I think that's the middle block actually. Yeah, that's the middle block. Okay, so if I build like a little a pillar there, and then a pillar there, and then in here we can have like, that could be the little gateway in. And then what we can do is we can also grab some iron bars. I don't want to do it all now because this is going to take quite a bit of time, so maybe something to do later. But just as like at the front at least, like these little iron bars can be what keep the prisoners from escaping, can't they? So let's go ahead and just put a few more bars in across here. Well, and then we'll do another layer up like this. So yeah, this is the fencing to keep the prisoners in, because you need things like that, don't you? So we'll go ahead and do the same on the other side. So yeah, as I said, I'm not going to do this all the way around just yet, just because that's probably going to take quite a bit of time, and I want to get like as much of the inside done, really. I don't want to waste time on like doing some fencing around the walls. That's not particularly interesting, is it? So yeah, that's just sort of the thing. I mean, maybe even I think if it was me. It is me, so I can do it. What am I saying that for? If it was me, I'd do it like this, really. I'm like, well, it is you, so do it. I'd just put a little slab on top, though. I think that's what I'll go for. Just to make the pillar look a little bit taller. Hope you get some building tips out of all this, you know. I don't know if I'm the best person to go for building tips, but yeah, I think that looks better, doesn't it? So we've got a nice little 5 wide thing. So then this can kind of come up to like an entranceway here, which I think should be built like out of, because it's like an abandoned prison. I think it's got to be built out of a few different blocks and stuff. So maybe something like that. I want it to be a 5 wide thing. If I'm going to do it from there, I might even just make it a little bit less wide. I don't know, but let's have a few chiseled, and then maybe a cracked one there, and then yeah, if we go ahead and just put a bit of cobblestone just to connect it up, and I'm going to put yeah, we'll do something like that. That works okay, doesn't it? It is central. I think it would look better though if it was more square. I'm thinking I'm going to go for something like this. Okay, there we go. That's what we're going for. Okay, that's my final design. I don't know. I'm worried that I'm using too many different blocks though as well, but it is like an abandoned prison. I want it to like have that random feel to it. So then what we'll do is we'll maybe just do mainly like stone brick walls, and then we'll get the stone bricks walls in. I don't want to go too big either. Let's be careful about this. Yeah, I want the stone brick walls in, and then like. But then we can add any extra detail on later, can't we, as well? So we'll have all of this. We'll leave quite a bit of space to the ground. Let's just make sure we get it the same on each side. So 1 2 3 4 5, so 6 on that side. So we're going to want to leave 6 at the end on this side as well. So I think I need to be in 1 actually when I think about it. So let's go ahead and, is that right? Yeah, I mean in 1. So let's just count 6 across. So 1 2 3 4 5. Yes. So now we need to bring it around here and connect it up to the other one, and then just build the walls up, and then we should have like the beginning of this abandoned prison, and we're going to make it look abandoned. So I'm thinking like maybe like a big hole in it or something around here maybe, but that's something we can definitely build like in a bit. But for now, I think the important thing is to get these walls down and sorted, so to at least, you know, we've got an unabandoned. First we'll build a prison that's like normal, you know, and not abandoned, and then we'll make it abandoned after that. How about that? So yeah, and then we could have like different like mobs as like the prisoners. So kind of working on what Liu Tang kind of said, having loads of different mobs in it. And have like, you know, zombies and skeletons and stuff like that, all left in the prison because they've been abandoned, and that's all that's left now. Just those left prisoned up for all their bad deeds. This could be like the prison where all the hostile mobs go, couldn't it? So I wouldn't put any Enderman in here because they just teleport straight out. So I wonder how you'd ever like capture an Enderman and keep it in a prison. I don't think you ever could you? Unless you had like super thick walls, you know, to the extent where it couldn't like teleport through the walls because they're just so thick. I mean, that's probably the only way you could do it. So this is looking pretty good, I suppose. We'll keep going, and I don't know. When I think of a prison, I do think of like them being very, very flat roofed. To be honest, like you don't really see, you know, prisons that are, you know, all like fancy smancy roofs and stuff. You know, they build them pretty standard and pretty solid, flat roofs usually, I think. And then yeah, because like prisoners can sometimes get on top of the roofs and stuff like that, can't they? When they're going on their grand escape. So maybe like what we could do is we could go ahead and just put something like this on. Like, okay, so it comes up a bit, and then we can have. In fact, yeah, I'm thinking we'll do another layer of stone brick, and then on top of that we're going to put some iron bar, like maybe 2 layers of iron bars, something like that. Let's have a little see. So if I go like this all the way across like that, so then you've got your layer of iron bar. I think we'll get away with just 1 layer of iron bars myself. So let's go ahead and bring that across there, and then we'll work on making it look abandoned. Okay, so I think maybe this should be on all sides as well. I think that's probably going to be a good little thing to add, isn't it? So I'm going to get this extra layer of stone bricks down, and then yeah, we'll get that done. And then what we'll do is, I think, next is kind of work on some like prison cells on the inside, so all sorts of different places, yeah, just to keep the mobs in. And again, it'll be abandoned, so there might be like a few holes in them and stuff like that where they'll be able to escape, just because, you know, no one's maintained it. Yeah, there's no guard. If I could add like a not like a mob skeleton, but like almost like an armor stand or something, maybe, to make it look like that's all that's left. There's just skin and bone, not skin and bone, not even skin, just bones left in this abandoned old prison. So let's go ahead and yeah, bring this all the way along here. There we go, and I'm going to go and do that. Oh, and also I forgot to say, but make sure you comment down below what you want me to do for next week. I bet you guys remember. I bet you guys have still commented, because I always ask, you know, comment next week what you want me to build. I've forgotten to ask in this week, so hopefully that doesn't mean you all like forget. I'm sure you'll all remember. Well, I've reminded you now anyway, so make sure, yeah, you comment down below any ideas for next week's build. And we're going for spooky themes at the moment, okay? So we've had the haunted forest, now we've got the abandoned prison, haven't we? So and now all we need to do really is just maybe add some slabs for the roof. So we'll go ahead and just go for standard stone slabs. I think that usually looks best for the roof. So yeah, we'll go ahead and yeah, just bring that all the way across the front. There we go. I feel like you almost need some watchtowers somewhere, but the watchtowers would be on the fences rather than the actual prison itself, I think. So there may be something we can get to in a bit, but for now, I'm not going to bother. And I actually kind of feel like I've made this a bit skew-if, this prison. Like, I'm looking at the blocks, and it looks like it's a different size on one side, which isn't like a big problem in itself. I think it's just because like the size of the plot that I've got probably isn't like an odd number wide. It's probably an even number, which it's kind of offset everything, hasn't it? But not to worry at all. We'll just get all this down, and you won't be able to notice anyway, really, I don't think. I think it should look okay. It's not like a really glaring, obvious thing that I've messed up. And I'm going to just get a potion of swiftness as well, because I feel like I should be going as fast as I can. If you actually splash a potion at your head, that's what gets you, like, the most effect. You see, I got 3 minutes from that. So if you ever, want the full effect, like, if I've smashed the potion at my feet, it doesn't actually get you the full effect. So if you ever want the full effect, it's got to be at your head, okay? Just as a little tip from SB, I'm always there giving you those extra tips whenever I can. I think I was going to say it's on easy, but mob spawning's off. So the only way mobs will be there is if I use an egg, I think. Is that right? Yeah, okay, mob spawning's off. Because I don't want to have loads of things spawning inside it. I want to be able to work in peace in my prison. So there we go. There's my prison so far. So we go ahead and go in here, and then this is where you're sort of going to want to get all your cells. So I think we can just go ahead and use metal bars, and we can even have some partitions here. So we'll put one like this, and I think we can, if we go and connect it up like that, and then we can have a big wall here. In fact, we could even. Should we make it so that the cell, like the people will be able to talk to each other? If you're in the prison, you can talk to your mate across the thing. How about that? That seems like a good idea. So we'll go ahead and just connect up these little bits here. There we go. I hate placing down iron bars because they're so tricky to just get in just the right place, aren't they? So there we go. We've got that in the right place now, like that. And we're going to need to iron bar this up all the way as well. It's the same with glass panes, actually. They're also a bit of a pain to do. So always use that pun as well. It's like my two most used puns in Minecraft are like the glass pane one, and then like whenever I go to the Nether, I'm like, I'm never going there again. They're like my two most used ones. So let's go ahead and just fill all of that in. And we might make it so that they can kind of like have this. No, I think what we'll do is we'll put like a roof here, okay? That way they can't like escape or anything like that. I don't want them getting out. There we go. So that's my my little thing. And then we're also going to have another cell right here, just exactly the same, really, I think. So we'll go ahead and just connect that up, and yeah, and then all of this just needs to be well, we'll get the roof in, and then the rest is just iron bars, isn't it? I feel like I should get a potion of night vision so I can see what I'm doing a bit better as well, because it's a little bit dark in here, isn't it? It's more so you can see what I'm doing as well. I'm all sorts of potions all over me. There you go. I've just about got that through to me. I almost hit the roof there, didn't I? So now I can see what I'm doing, and yeah, we've also got swiftness on as well. I feel like I'm going to be bumping my head here, so let's go and connect that up. There we go, and we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to have to move along, put that there, and then what we can do to finish off is just put that all up there. There we go. So once that's all connected up, okay, so we can add some people in there. We should also do the same on this side, but you can kind of see this is only like 5 long. I think the other one's 6 long, so yeah, I definitely went wrong somewhere in there, but it doesn't matter. I think you'd hardly be able to notice. And once I like chip out a massive dint in the wall as well, you probably won't notice it at all either. So that's the hope anyway. Is that in line now? I can't quite tell. Yep, it is. Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead and yeah, fill in this wall. So we'll get all the iron bars in. We'll get the roof in, and then yeah, we've got to make it look abandoned. We're gonna what I'll do to do that is add in a lot of the mossy stone bricks. I don't think I'll use mossy cobblestone myself. I'll use moss stone. I'll also like make some of it look like it's collapsed. I'll use some oak leaves. I might use oak leaves. I might use some other type of leaf actually. Probably birch or spruce, because oak leaves look too nice in this texture in this jungle biome that I've got the world in. So I think I'm gonna probably use something like birch is probably what I use. So yeah, birch, and then maybe some vines as well to make it just have that overgrown effect. So I need to add some stuff on the outside as well to truly get the abandoned prison feel, and I'll also spawn some mobs in it as well, just to fully go for that. And in fact, let's just fill in this little bit here as well. So we'll go around the outside first. There we go, and then we've got to fill in these 2 bits in here. Okay, there we go. And can I fill in? Oh no, let's fill in that bit, and there we go. So that's all of that connected, and then finally we'll bring it to a finish if I can. There we go. I was struggling to just bring it all together there, but I tell you, yeah, because you've got such little to aim at when you're placing like down these kind of blocks. It's not even really blocks, are they? These kind of things. It's always very tricky. Right, so this is like the prison. We could add some other stuff here, but I think what I'm going to work on now is just making it look abandoned, okay? Because that is an important thing, isn't it? So let's go ahead and just chip out a big bit of wall here. In fact, what I could do is like make some creepers explode or something. I mean, that would definitely always make it look abandoned, wouldn't it? And we'll chip out some of these blocks, and we'll also go ahead and like replace a bunch of stuff with vines, not vines, mossy cobblestone, just to get that effect. I need to cover up the snow below as well. I don't want to see snow down there. All right, so we'll go ahead and just fill in all sorts of stuff around here. I've got to do this like all the way around, really, haven't I, to really make it to look good. So I always find the best way to make things look good is just to go random, pretty much. If you try and do it like in a structured way, I don't know, it never seems to it never seems to really look good for me. It always looks better when I go random, which kind of probably says a lot about my my building skills, doesn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm going for. Just placing blocks in these mossy cobblestone just all over random bits. You can kind of see how it has a good little effect, can't you? So I go ahead and just fill in these bits, and then we'll have a step back and have a look and see what we think. And you can kind of see, yeah, I think it looks a lot better. Although you can kind of see it's starting to look a little bit unrandom. So just put a couple of things in there as well, and yeah, if I just do this wall finally as well. In fact, I'm going to make this one have a bit of a collapse in it as well. So we'll go for something like this. There we go. And I'm going to just chisel out a bit down here as well. And then what we can do is we can replace this with like some cracked stone bricks down there as well. So there we go. Let me just fill in all of these bits around here as well. This is where things take time. I start getting really fancy and going for like big dints in the ground and stuff like that. But I think it's worth it, isn't it? Definitely think it's worth it. And so then what we can do is we can add, yeah, just a few bits of mossy cobblestone in there, here and there as well. And if we just go and fill in these extra bits with moss stone, there we go. I keep saying mossy cobblestone, but it's just moss stone, of course, that we're using, aren't we? So let's get all of this filled in, and yeah, I think we're more or less there, and maybe just a few on the front as well. There we go. I actually mined away a block there, but that'll work fine as moss stone, won't it? So there we go. And now I just need to keep on making it have that abandoned look. So if you think we got to have the illusion that it's like collapsed in on itself. So we're gonna have to add in some stuff like this, aren't we? Maybe just another one just down there as well. So yeah, different blocks around the place as well, just to give it that collapsed effect. There we go. And if maybe in like this one here we add a few skeletons or something, and I always think redstone torches look really good in a prison, because it's like it keeps it dark, but it also adds a little bit of a spooky effect, doesn't it? So is that the skeleton egg over there? No, that's a gas egg. There's the skeleton egg. So I wanted to make sure I don't want to spawn any gas in here. I don't think I'm ready for that. So yeah, just these are very, very shallow little lights. So we'll have a few skeletons just in this one. This is the skeleton cell. They've been caught for all their shootings of people. We've finally caught them in the act. Yep, sorry about that, mate, but you know, you're stuck now. So yeah, there we go. That's that then. And yeah, I kind of need to do some walls as well at some point. I also want to just fill in that like that. In fact, I might just have like a bit of a wall over here, and then we can have like bits and pieces just all over the place, just scattered. Just like this. There we go. So let's just chisel out a bit of a bigger hole. So there we go. So we've got another one here, but this is where we're gonna have I think we can have some zombies in here. Would be kind of cool to have maybe zombie villagers if possible. So I want a few. So I'm gonna just spawn a ton of zombies. There we go. We managed to get a zombie villager, and then if I go and kill a load of them. Sorry about your short-lived life. All I wanted was your zombie villager ones. Okay, so these are actually going to take quite a bit of time to get rid of as well, but I suppose we can have quite a few, but we don't want like an overload of zombies, do we? We don't want too many of them. So we'll just take out. We'll leave maybe 5 of them or something. And where's me zombie villager? There's me zombie villager. You can tell because he's just got a much bigger head, can't you? I think it's on PC that the zombie villagers actually look completely different. So we'll just leave these 2 guys. Okay, you're the only 2 ones left in here. And yeah, I guess in this final one, they'll be able to escape. So it's probably not worth it. We'll also have like this all like taken out on these ones where they can escape, so they can get in and out. And yeah, I think what I'm also going to do is just add all sorts of little bits of mossy cobblestone on the floor as well. And maybe just a bit of lighting would just help the look as well, because I feel like it is a little bit dark in here, isn't it? So let's just let's add a bit of lighting in a second, okay? So what kind of light? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of just redstone torches in here. We'll actually have a little bit here, because it's like run down and stuff. Even the ones with the prisoners in isn't fully secured, is it? So we'll put a torch over there. And then we'll also bash out a bit of this, as long as they don't escape. That's all that I care about. I don't want them to escape. So you see, they kept creepers in these 2 cages, and they just got away from them. that's all that happened. We could actually put like torches up here, and then it sort of keeps it nice and light. Everywhere else, doesn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to torch up the area up at the top. I mean, it doesn't. You're not really going to see up here, so it doesn't really matter how I do it. Just as long as it's, you know, if it keeps the rest of the room light, then I'm happy. In fact, let's just change it a little bit, kind of, so it's at least symmetrical on both sides. There we go. We can also put torches on these beams here as well. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this has come out so far. What else do we need to make it sort of have that abandoned look? Maybe, I don't know, little patches of like, I suppose I did say, yeah, about the whole leaves thing. So I think birch leaves will definitely fit it, and then yeah, vines as well. So if we have like an overgrown kind of effect now, this is where the overgrown effect comes in. So the trick is to not overdo it, but yeah, to also get a good amount of thing. Oh, but the vines again, yeah, it's a problem with this biome. I don't think I'm going to use vines myself. I think they look too nice. They look too unsinister. Okay, so there we go. So we'll just have this like overgrown effect coming in here. Don't want too much up there, but yeah, again, as you can see, I'm kind of just going in a random fashion just to get as much of this down as possible. But then yeah, to keep it sort of, if I keep it random, it just looks 10 times better, I always say. So there we go. Yeah, just randomly basically replace the moving blocks all the time. So there we go. That's probably going to look good, isn't it? Could make this like into, you know, it's kind of like the basis of like a murder mystery, isn't it? We also probably want a bit of the roof taken out as well, just to yeah, to make it look a little bit more sinister, and maybe even have like bits overgrowing through there. There we go. You can kind of see that effect, and I might even just add some bits in here as well, covering like the cells, and that's how long they've been in use for as well. So if I maybe just put 1 or 2 in here. There we go. As you see, I'm just going random, just placing them pretty much everywhere, and I think as long as you don't like place too many, it always still has a good look about it. So hope you don't mind. I'm just overgrowing your cell, Mr. Skeletons. I bet they're not happy that I can get in and out so easy and they can't. How did I get in here? Once you get in, you can't get back out, can you? Right, let's also put a bit here as well. There we go. So I think I'm pretty happy with how that's come out. It's just a case of like getting some wood. I think I've overdone it a little bit on the inside as well. We could actually add some dints though. That is a good idea. I think if I add some moss stone down there. So I don't want to have it too much, but I think if I maybe just add a few dints of like moss stone and a bit of both, really, just sort of doing it. I think it seems to be like the cracked stone bricks and that sort of combination for the floors has worked quite well. So there we go. So we've got like this abandoned prison effect. I'm gonna just put a few around it, and yeah, on top of here will also look good. Like I don't think you'll really see it much up here, but for those of the tall people that come here, you know, that's at least something to give it a bit of an overgrown look. So there we go. So that is that. So we kind of need some walls and stuff. Don't I actually think this looks like a really cool little abandoned prison. I'm also going to put some down here as well, just like some overgrown. Oh, okay, I need to be careful what I do up here. Because just because of the way the thing works, I think I'm just gonna keep it like that, okay? And maybe just a few extra blocks down here. I think maybe just some moss stone or something scattered about. So yeah, we just need to kind of get these walls in now, and then we are done. So I'm not going to bore you through that because it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm just going to get the walls done, and then I'll be right back. And there you have it. This is my abandoned prison. I'm really pleased with how it actually turned out in the end too. So yeah, we've got all these collapsed walls in here, and we've also got the prisoners. Actually, they look better if you kind of go into the prison. So imagine you explain to like going in, you're like, ooh, this is a scary place, and then you come in and there's a zombie villager and a zombie. They've been here for a long time. It used to be a zombie and a villager, but well, you soon sorted that out, didn't you? And yeah, just had a little few holes there though. Okay. And then if you come over here, this is where the skeletons are. They're all having a bit of a meeting. Oh no, one spotted me. Hello. Hey, how long have you been here? You've just become bones. And yeah, and then a few creepers blasted the way out of these other ones. There was a ghast in that one and a creeper in that one. That's what it was. So yeah, you've just got this big overgrown effect. The only thing that's left standing are the walls. The fence around it as the only thing still good. But I like the way the collapsed effect kind of looks. I'm just going to add a few little extra bricks here as well. Just for that little bit of extra effect of like, it just like adds to like the collapse feeling, doesn't it? And that's meant to be like it collapsed off the roof. Yeah, I'm very pleased with how this came out. So if you have enjoyed this video, please do make sure you leave a like, and also do subscribe if you're new around here for daily videos of Minecraft. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys next time.